Welcome to Math with Mr. J. In this video, I'm going to cover equivalent fractions. Now, equivalent fractions are fractions with different numerators and denominators, but they represent the same value. In other words, they are fractions that look different, but they have the same value. We will start by going through some examples together, and then I'll give you some practice problems at the end that you can try on your own to see if you have this down. Now, when finding equivalent fractions, we can either use multiplication or division, as long as we do the same thing to both the numerator and denominator, the top and bottom. Let's take a look at multiplication first and jump into number 1, where we have 1/2, a fraction we are all familiar with. Let's write some equivalent fractions using multiplication. And we do this by multiplying the numerator and denominator by the same number. For example, let's multiply the numerator and denominator by 2. 1 times 2 gives us 2, and 2 times 2 gives us 4. We get 2/4. 1/2 and 2/4 are equivalent fractions. Let's try multiplying by 7 to get an equivalent fraction. So we need to multiply the numerator by 7 and the denominator by 7. 1 times 7 gives us 7, and 2 times 7 gives us 14. So we get 7/14, and these are equivalent fractions. How about multiplying by 50? So 1/2, and we multiply the numerator by 50 and the denominator by 50. 1 times 50 is 50. 2 times 50 is 100. So we get 50 hundredths. 1/2 and 50 hundredths are equivalent fractions. Now we can actually find an infinite amount of equivalent fractions when multiplying. As long as we multiply both the numerator and denominator by the same number, we end up with an equivalent fraction. Let's move on to number 2, where we have division. Our fraction is 9/12. Now for division, we don't have as many options as we do when we use multiplication. And for some fractions, division isn't an option at all. This is because we need to have a common factor between the numerator and denominator, a number that we can divide by without getting a remainder. So we need to find a number that we can divide both our numerator and denominator by other than 1. So do we have a number that we can divide both 9 and 12 by without getting a remainder? Yes, 3. So we can divide both 9 and 12 by 3. And that will give us an equivalent fraction here. 9 divided by 3 gives us 3. And 12 divided by 3 gives us 4. So 9/12 and 3/4 are equivalent fractions. Now to go off of this, please keep in mind, for a fraction like 3/4, we can't use division. The only common factor, the only number we can divide by for both 3 and 4 is 1. And think about it. If we divide both 3 and 4 by 1, we just get 3/4 again. So when we can't divide by anything other than 1, the only common factor is 1. This is what we call a fraction in simplest form. Let's move on to number 3, where we will use multiplication and division. So we will find 2 different equivalent fractions. We have 10/25 for our fraction. Let's start with multiplication, and we will multiply the numerator and denominator by 3. 10 times 3 gives us 30, and 25 times 3 gives us 75. So we get 30/75. And these are equivalent fractions. Now let's use division. So we need to think of a common factor between 10 and 25, something we can divide 10 and 25 by. Well, 5. Let's divide 10 by 5 and 25 by 5. 10 divided by 5 gives us 2, and 25 divided by 5 gives us 5. So we end up with 2/5. These are equivalent fractions. Let's move on to numbers 4, 5, and 6, where we are given part of an equivalent fraction and we need to find the missing number. We will start with number 4, where we have 5/6 equals what over 24. So we need to figure out our missing numerator here. Well, we need to use what we know about equivalent fractions to figure this out. We can either use multiplication or division, and whatever we do to the numerator, we must do to the denominator. Or vice versa, whatever we do to the denominator, we must do to the numerator. Now we have 6 and 24 for our denominators, so we know our denominators here. How do we go from 6 to 24? How do we get 6 to equal 24? Using multiplication or division. Well, 6 times 4 gives us 24. Whatever we do to the denominator there, we must do to the numerator in order to keep this equivalent. So we need to multiply 5 by 4 as well. 5 times 4 gives us 20. So our missing numerator is 20. 5/6 and 20/24 are equivalent fractions. Let's move on to number 5, where we have 9/27 equals what over 3? So how many thirds? Well, we have both denominators here. We have 27 and 3. So we need to think, how do we go from 27 to 3? How do we get 27 to equal 3 using multiplication or division? Well, 27 divided by 9 equals 3. Whatever we do to the denominator, we must do to the numerator. So divide the numerator by 9 as well. 9 divided by 9 gives us a numerator of 1. So we get 1/3. 9/27 and 1/3 are equivalent fractions. Lastly, for number 6, we have 8/14 equals 4 over what? So we have a missing denominator here. We have both numerators, so let's go off of those. So 8 and 4. How do we get 8 to equal 4 using multiplication or division? Well, 8 divided by 2 gives us 4. Whatever we do to the numerator, we must do to the denominator in order to keep this equivalent. So we have 14 divided by 2, and that will give us our denominator. 14 divided by 2 gives us 7. So we end up with 4/7. 8/14 and 4/7 are equivalent fractions. So now that we've gone through some examples together, it's time for you to try some practice problems on your own. So have paper and a pencil ready. Here are your practice problems. Find the missing numerator or denominator for all of the equivalent fractions. I'll give you 3 minutes and then we will go over the answers. Feel free to press pause if you need more time or jump ahead to the answers whenever you are ready. Go ahead and start. Okay, so that was 3 minutes. Let's go over the answers. So here are our answers. For number 1, our missing numerator is 5. For number 2, our missing denominator is 24. For number 3, our missing denominator is 60. Moving on to number 4, our missing numerator is 2. For number 5, our missing numerator is 35. And then lastly, for number 6, our missing denominator is 4. So there you have it. There's how to find equivalent fractions. I hope that helped. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, peace.